Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 2 of On Location in Noosa. We're here at the beautiful main beach in Noosa, and I'm going to take you through a little mat Pilates workout. So, for day 2, I'm going to use a band. If you have one, pop it on or just have it ready to go at your mat. This is like a pretty medium resistance band. It's the fabric ones. I like them better than the rubber. But whatever you have, if you don't have it, it's so fine. It just makes it a little bit more challenging with the band. Alrighty, once you're ready, let's come on to your knees onto the mat. So just come to kneel, and as always, let's just start with a little bit of breath. So just sitting back onto your heels, let's roll those shoulders up and down the back a few times. Let's roll the neck from side to side. Oh my gosh, my spine. Just starting to tune in with your breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Alrighty. We're going to take a couple rounds of box breath here again together. So if you were with me yesterday, box breath is an even count. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. I will count you through it. Let's balance out that body and that mind. Alrighty. Let's start by exhaling to sigh everything out. Breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Just gently coming to your natural rhythm of breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just taking this moment to check in with yourself, noticing how you're feeling today. Body, mind. Not trying to change anything, just noticing. And let's take one more deep breath, guys, in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. So good. Alrighty, when you're ready, start to just gently blink open through the eyes. We're just coming into all fours here. So knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, and let's just start with a cat-cow. So as you inhale, heart comes forward. As you exhale, rounding through the spine, pressing those shoulder blades up to the sky. So inhale to arch through that spine. Let it feel so good. It's still pretty early in the morning here, and this feels amazing. Nice, guys. Now you can stay like this just with your cat-cows. Or you might even just start to come from side to side, stretching into that side body. You could press all the way back towards your heels if that feels good. Maybe taking some big circles with the spine. Nice. I'll just leave you here with your breath for a little bit, just tuning into your body, tuning into your breath, whatever you need. For 5. And 2. Let's come back to that nice neutral spine, guys. So nice, strong tabletop, belly button is pulling in. We're just gonna take a little thread the needle. So as you inhale, right arm up to the sky. Oh, there's the moon, she's so cute. Exhale to thread. Inhale to reach. Exhale to thread. One more. Inhale to reach. Exhale to thread. Holding there for a breath, you can wrap that left hand behind the lower back into a bind, or you can reach that left hand forward towards the top edge of the mat. Really stretching out through those shoulders. You want to think about your shoulders stacking on top of one another. For 4, 3, 2, replant that left hand down to the mat. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. And then we place it back down. Maybe just take one little cat-cow here. Nice. and we'll take it over to the other side now. So inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale to thread. Inhale to reach. Exhale to thread. One more. Inhale to reach. Exhale to thread. So good. Reach that right arm forward or wrap behind the lower back into a bind. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice. Replanting that right hand down to the mat. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Left hand comes down. And we're back into your nice tabletop position. From here, can you tuck through those toes, lift the hips up to the sky, find your downward facing dog. Nice. You're gonna ripple it forward. Can you tap those knees back down to the mat, lift them up, downward facing dog. So it's just a little knee hover here. So you tap those knees, back to your plank, into your down dog. Nice. Just getting warmed up into the core. We have 5. You're gonna hold it forward in 4. In 3. Last 2. Hold it forward, guys, just those knee taps. Little hover, up an inch, down an inch for 5. Keep that lower core engaged for 4. 3, 2. Hold it hovering. Can you give me a little hip dip from side to side? Nice, so you're lifting and lowering through those hips. Tap it down to the edge of the mat. Whew, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back through center. Find that downward facing dog. Stretch it out. Little pedal through the feet. So good. From here, ripple yourself forward into your plank. Can you tuck those elbows in towards your side? You can bring your knees down if you like, and just lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Gorgeous. Alrighty, maybe take a little upward facing dog or a cobra. Let it feel really nice, opening up through that chest. And then we're gonna grab onto your band. So let's come onto your back. Lying onto your back. It is getting bright out here. Let's bring that band over the top of your thighs. So just above the knees. I'm just gonna be fully lying in the sand here. Come to lie all the way down onto your back. Wiggle yourself down. Planting the soles of your feet into the mat. Roll those shoulders underneath you so that they're pulled down away from the ears. Hands are pressing into the mat. We're just gonna start with your spinal articulations here, okay? So inhale to lift up vertebrae by vertebrae. Lift those hips up to the sky. Feel the squeeze of your glutes at the top, lengthening towards the back of your knees. And then you gently lower it back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Gorgeous. So it's a little bit similar to your cat-cows and how we're articulating through that spine. Now, even as you lower back down, really think about each vertebra one at a time, drawing down to the mat. Really nice and slow. Nice, gentle squeeze against the band if you have it. Sorry if I'm closing my eyes, I'm just a little bit blinded by the sun. Alrighty guys, just for 3 more like this. We're gonna take it to a hinge after this. In 2. Last one, lift all the way up, lower it all the way back down. So this time we keep that nice neutral spine. You can even place your hands onto your pelvis if that helps you. From here, keep that core engaged. We lift those hips straight up to the sky, tap it back down. So lift straight up, tap it back down. Nice. Firing into the back line of the body. Let's start to add a pulse out onto the band, okay? So we're gonna lift the hips up to the sky. Can you press out onto the band? Come back through center, tap it down. So we lift, press out onto the band, back through center, lower it down. So good. For 5, we hold it up. In 4, Last 3. So good, guys. 2. Next one, can you hold those glutes lifted, just that pulse out onto the band? For 5, if you want, you could reach your arms up to the sky. 3, 2, can you hold that tension on the band? Lower yourself halfway, lift it back up. Lower halfway, lift it back up. Little pulse. Breathing through it for 6, 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Lower it all the way back down. Okay, one more round here. Reset if you need. Let's start with those hinges. Lift those hips straight up to the sky. Lower it back down. Right away, we're going to add that press out onto the band and back through center. Lower it down. Nice. Alrighty, from here, if you want a little bit more, always the layers and the levels, take what feels right for you. You can add a little heel raise, so you lift up. Can you lift onto those toes, press out onto your band, back through center, lower it down. You can either lower your heels as you lower down to the mat, or just keep your heels lifted the entire time. Whatever feels right for you guys. We have 5. In 4, we hold it up. In 3, last 2, it's burning. Hold it up, little pulse onto the band. Try to keep those heels lifted. You got this for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it through center, knees in line with the toes. Give me a little pulse. For 5, heels are lifted. 4, arms maybe reach to the sky. 3, 2, hold it here. Can you drop that right heel? Lift. Left heel lower, lift. Nice. Keep those hips lifted. You got this, guys. Squeezing through those glutes for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower yourself all the way down. So good. Hug those knees into your chest if you need. Take a little rock from side to side. Gorgeous. Just shuffling myself down. Alrighty. Hands come in heavy in hand. Oh my God, my words. Head comes heavy into your hands. We're coming into a little ab series here. Okay, so starting with your feet just down on the mat, let's just start with your ab curl. So head rests heavy in your hands, elbows are out to the side, core is engaged, and then as you exhale, can you start to lift up through the head, neck, and shoulders? And then inhale to lower. Nice. So exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Now, with your abs, form is absolutely everything. You could be doing this and just go for a million reps if you're in the bad form. But if you're in really good form, you should be shaking after like 1 or 2 reps. So what that looks like, I'm gonna just take you through it. Just keep going with those ab curls as I start to talk you through this form, okay? So your head is resting heavy into your hands, right? Your elbows are just at an angle, facing up towards the sky. Keep them quite wide, but not all the way out, just parallel, but a little bit turned in at an angle. You're keeping your chin as if there is a peach between your chin and your chest. And then as you lift up, you're thinking about that core squeezing in towards your center line, that lower core, and then lowering it back down. You can even take your hands, place it on the opposite sides of your belly button, and remind yourself that that's where you're lifting from. Not your neck, not your head. It's that deep core that's lifting you up into that ab curl. Okay, guys, there's your form for this moment. Alrighty, we're gonna start to add in a rotation. So can you lift into that ab curl? Can you rotate towards the left? Come back through center, lower it back down. We lift it up, rotate towards the right, back through center, lower it back down. Nice. So just taking these rotations from side to side. If you want a little bit more, you can always lift those legs up into tabletop. So legs come up into tabletop. From here, as you exhale, we lift. Just keep those knees hovering in line with the hips. Nice. As you find that lift, really think about that shoulder lifting off of the ground, and your elbow is coming towards the outside of your thigh, not your thigh in towards your elbow. Maybe we start to add an opposite leg extension. So as you lift up, hold, press that left leg out, back through center, lower it down. Just an option. If you're on the band, it adds extra tension here. Nice, guys. We have 5. Oh, it's burning. 4. 3. So good. In 2. Can you hold it to the left? Maybe that right leg extends, bend it back in. Maybe your right arm reaches for 5. 3. 2. Come back through center, hand behind the back of the head, over to the other side. Find that reach. Maybe that left leg reaches out for 5. It's so hard to talk while doing these. 4. 3. Last 2. And 1. Come back through center, lower those toes down. So good, guys. Take a little stretch up to the sky. And then you're just gonna roll yourself over onto your right side, so we're coming into a side lying position. Alrighty, so let's start with either that elbow down, forearm down, you can rest here, and just stack those legs. You can also come to lie all the way down if that feels better. I'm just fully rolling around in the sand here, so I gotta see what works. Alrighty. We are going to start with a little fire hydrant. So those knees are stacked, hips are stacked on top of one another. We're lifting up out of that right side body. You're gonna start to lift that left leg up to the sky and then lower it back down to meet the right. Nice. So if you're on that band, obviously that band is adding resistance. If you have and you want a little bit more, you could always add a weight and hold the weight on top of your thigh. Or you could pop an ankle weight on your top leg. Nice. Alrighty, let's start to add in a leg press. So you hold, can you straighten out through that left leg? Come back to center, lower it down. Nice, so lift up through that left leg, straighten it out, back through center, lower it down. So good. We have 5. Then we're going just into that straight leg. In 3. Try to keep that leg just in line with your hip. Let's come just to that straight leg. So hold that leg lifted. We stamp it out. Bend that knee in for 5. In 4. That glute should be firing. In 3. In 2. Can you hold that leg out long? Can you turn your toe down, heel to the sky? Can you pulse your heel up towards the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it back down, take a breath, tap it out. Okay, so now we're coming up onto the forearm. From here, you can keep the band on or you can pop it off. We're gonna start to build a little half teaser. So your right hand is down onto the mat. From here, can you reach your left arm overhead? Find that side body stretch. As that hand comes down, can you start to roll yourself onto your right butt cheek and hover those legs into tabletop? Nice, so core is engaged. We're holding ourselves here. If you don't have the band on, you could also just lift one leg. It's just really hard with the band on. Nice. So find that reach overhead. We start to turn onto that right butt cheek and hold into that tabletop legs. Lower it down, find that reach. So good. If you feel pretty good here, you could come to straight legs. So as you roll down onto that butt cheek, start to straighten out through those legs. Core is engaged, chest is open. Bend those knees in, lower down to the mat, overhead reach. Nice, so that overhead reach should feel really nice. Nice, I've been loving teaching this one lately. I love to see when people start to get it and feel really good and confident. This is like a very classic Pilates move. Your half teaser. Nice. So take this wherever you are. Remember that bottom knee can always come down onto the mat, but we're really shifting your weight onto the bum as that hand comes down and reaches forward, okay? For 3, we hold it up in 2. Next 1, can you hold it up? Can you pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees draw down, arm reaches overhead. Gorgeous. Hands come back to your side. Can you straighten those legs out? We find a little side plank here. Arms reach up to the sky. You can either be on your forearm or onto your hand. Gorgeous, holding here, or maybe you pulse into that band for 4, 3. Can do little salsa hips for 2. Hold it lifted. Something glitching me. Find that rotation underneath your right arm for 4. Last 3. In 2. Hold it up. Left hand comes down, come up into your plank. Smooth transition there. Okay, holding into your plank, guys. We're almost there. Tap the right toe to the outside of the mat, step it back. Left toe outside of the mat, step it back. Downward facing dog. So you ripple it forward, tap the toes, pike those hips. Nice. For 5. In 4. You got this. 3. In 2. Last 1. Can you hold it here? Maybe you jump out in, or just keep walking it out, but we're pressing into that band for 4. Little cardio. 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Take a child's pose. So good. Alrighty, guys. Flipping it over onto your other side. So I'm just gonna flip to face you, but now we're down onto your left side. Knees are stacked onto the opposite side. Sink those hips back. You can prop your head onto your hand. And we're gonna start with those fire hydrants on the other side here. Alrighty. So lift that top leg up, tap it back down. Nice. So again, feeling that resistance into the band, getting into the outside of that right glute now. You can always lie down onto your left side fully if that feels better. We're in it to win it, baby. Let's go. Let's start to add in that leg press. Lift that leg into fire hydrant. Can you stamp it out long? Bend that knee in, lower it down. Nice. Lift, straighten out through that leg. Bend that knee in, lower it down. We have 4. Just that leg press after this in 3. Keep that core engaged for 2. Just that leg press, stamp that right leg out, bend that knee in. You should be feeling this in the outside of the glute. Make sure that bottom knee is at a 90-degree angle. We have 4, 3, last 2. Hold that leg out long, toe down, heel to the sky. Give me a pulse. So heels to the sky, toe down to the mat. I am literally covered in sand. This is so funny. Why do I bother even having a mat out here? For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee in. We're coming up onto your forearm. Alrighty. From here, that right arm reaches overhead. Find that nice side body stretch. Now, as that right hand comes down, we start to flip onto that left butt cheek as your legs come up into tabletop. So core is engaged, you're pressing out of that left forearm and shoulder, arm is reaching. Lower those knees down, reach overhead. Nice. So keep propping yourself up, lifting up out of that shoulder, getting into that core, into the obliques. If you want a little bit more, you start to extend both legs out. So you reach both legs forward. As that arm reaches, bend those knees in towards your chest, lower it down, and we reach. Nice. So good, guys. We're almost there. This is going really quick today. We have 5. Maybe it's because I haven't had a coffee yet. You know, sometimes when you haven't had your coffee, like, I don't know, time's a little bit of a blur. In 3, in 2. Next one, can we hold legs lifted or bent wherever you are? Give me a little pulse, reach towards those toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend those knees in, lower it down. We're coming to that forearm plank on the other side. So left forearm down, right arm is up to the sky. Maybe you start to pulse that right leg into the band, or you can give me little salsa hips, your choice. I'm going salsa today. For 5, 4, 3, hold, reach that right arm underneath, lift it back up. Can you give me 1 reach, 1 pulse through the hips? For 3, last 2, nice, last 1, hold, right hand down, left hand to the mat, pike those hips up to the sky. Let's walk those feet forward to meet the hands, just hanging forward into a little ragdoll here, grabbing onto opposite elbows. Take a little rock from side to side. Nice. Gently release those hands, start to restack through the spine, roll the shoulders up and down the back. As you inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Can you take a stretch over towards the right, back through center, over towards the left, back through center. Hands trail down the back of your legs. Lower it all the way down, hands to the mat. Can you step back into your plank? Nice. Hold that plank. Tap your right knee in, left knee in. Right foot steps out, left foot steps out. Back to those little walkouts. Just for 5, 4, last 3. Alternating which toe leads. 2, hold it here. Little hip dips to finish, guys, for 5, 4, we stretch after this. 3, in 2, and 1, knees down, child's pose. Yay, so good, guys. Alrighty, you can pop off that band. Just pop that band off, put her away, and then we are going to take a little stretch. So good today. Alrighty, come to lie all the way down onto your back. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. Starting to tune in with your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Maybe grabbing onto one knee with each hand and just giving yourself little circles here in opposite directions, opening up through those hips. Nice, for 3. Last 2. Come back through center. Left foot comes down to the mat, right ankle over the left thigh. Find your figure 4. So you might grab onto the back of the thigh or onto your shin. Just try to keep your tailbone down to the mat here. Pressing that right knee out. Maybe give yourself a little rock side to side. Nice. So good, guys. Let that left foot come down to the mat. Let's cross your right knee over the left thigh and just let your knees fall over to the left. Finding a little spinal twist. That right arm can come out long or into cactus position. I'm just hovering it off the ground so I don't get fully covered in sand. I think it's too late. Alrighty, inhale to come back through center, uncrossing those legs. Let's take it to the other side. So left ankle over the right thigh. Again, grabbing onto the back of your thigh or onto your shin for a little bit of a deeper stretch. Pressing that knee out and really softening into that left glute. between yesterday and today, a fair amount of glute work. So just make sure that you're really breathing into that space. I think everyone loves the glute work though, I know I do. So we need it. Alrighty, let's bring that right foot back down. Cross that left knee over the right. Find your spinal twist on the other side. Let the knees drop towards the floor. Gaze comes towards the ocean, face in the sun. So good. We have 5. Nice, guys. Just coming back through center when you're ready on your inhale, uncrossing through those legs. Taking any final stretches that you need, maybe lifting those legs up to the sky, maybe finding a plow. Sand in my face. Stretching those toes overhead if that feels good. Nice. And then when you're ready, just finding your final resting position. So maybe your legs just come out long. Maybe bringing one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. And just softening down through the eyes. Making sure that your spine is nice and stacked vertebrae on top of one another, whatever position you're in right now. Maybe opening those hands up towards the sky. Let's just take a final breath together here today. Exhaling to sigh everything out. Deep breath in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Gently finding your natural rhythm of breath. Just taking a moment to be proud of yourself for showing up today. You did it. You took aside the time to honor your body, to honor your mind, and you will be better for it for the rest of the day today. One more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out, let it go. And you guys are all done with day 2. Day 2 in Noosa, done and dusted. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have the best day.